You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everybody, this is just a test. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday evening to you all. We're doing a bit of a live playthrough tonight of the RodeCaster Pro mixer. You can probably just see a little bit off to the side of the camera here. I'm using a new microphone, using a little bit of everything brand new tonight. So we're just kind of learning this stuff as we go through it. Let me know in the chat if everything sounds okay. Obviously, like a new microphone, all that kind of goodies. I'm just learning it as we go. Also using my Line 6 HX Stomp as well for my interface. So I'm going to switch to another camera here in a second, but I've got a very, very small setup now. Not that this is going to be replacing anything with my bigger mixer with the Personas, but this could be a really cool unit for small travel, hotel room, podcasting, all that kind of cool stuff. So looking forward to putting it through a pace in the live environment here. If we can either have a successful one or we can fall flat on our face. We'll certainly find out together here and we'll see. Okay, my level is low. 1 second. All right, let's bring my microphone up a bit now. Okay, so how's that sounding now, Nocturnal? Well, it looks like my meters are a little bit better. I'll see if I can crank that up. So actually, let's have a look at some of the microphone settings first. Let's do that. Okay, let me see here. See if she says I'm better now. Okay, okay. Is it okay now, everybody? The levels are not too bad. So what I'm using here for the microphone is the Rode Pod mic. That's one of the brand new mics that they just brought out. Over on my other side, my bigger mixer, I'm using the Rode Procaster. If you look at this mic, it's almost like it's a smaller footprint, right? So this is still my main setup. I've got a big Personas mixer off to the side. So this isn't going to replace what I'm using, but if I want to use a smaller setup, like I say for travel, for if I'm going to record and go like a podcast on the road, I can do that kind of thing with the other mixer. So I'm going to jump over and give you a kind of a look at the mixer itself. 1 second here. All right, so there we go. You can see my hand here. It's a 4-channel mixer as far as XLRs. There's XLRs in the back for all 4. There's USB here as well. There's a smartphone or a smart device channel, which can be either run in with 3.5 millimeter jack on the back, like your small headphone type jack. And then you've got a Bluetooth channel as well too. And with the Bluetooth, you could technically have 2 different smart devices in here at a time. You could have 2 phones for a series of interviews and things like that. What's really cool with that though too is either one, when you plug into Bluetooth or into the the smart device here, it puts what's called a mix minus setup right off the get-go. So let's say I'm taking a phone call from a guest and we're talking on the air here, the guest does not want to hear himself back. The guest wants to hear me, so they can answer my questions, but they don't want to hear themselves echo back. And without this type of a setup, it's a little bit more confusing, a lot more troubleshooting involved to be able to hook that up. So as soon as you plug something into these 2 channels, it automatically puts in a mix minus configuration. We've got all kinds of sound pads over here as well too. 8 sound pads where I've actually put some sounds on here. There's like 512 meg of space built into the mixer just to store just your sound pad. So it could just be sound effects or, things like, like this. Bruh. Okay, that kind of thing. Funny stuff. But I've actually got songs on some of these other ones. So we try this here. Oh, try another one. Pretty cool. And you can actually set them up. So each one of these buttons, like if I press them, it'll just play all by itself. I can have it repeat until it, forever, or I can have it latching. So when I have mine set to latching, so I can go like this. Like that, right? So I can just start and stop it at any given time. Okay, let's try and see what I've got with my Helix sound here at the HX Stomp. What I'm doing there is I'm running the HX Stomp through that smart device channel in the back. I'm actually running it with a 3.5 millimeter, so I'm coming out 1/4 inch out of the HX Stomp into a stereo in of that 3.5 millimeter. So it actually works. You know, I can still run my guitar stuff through here, and it sounds pretty good. Okay, let's go back to the camera for a second, and I'll show you the setup. I'm going to show you how really cool this is to basically take it right out of the box, and you could be setting up for a podcast within seconds. Let's change cameras here. One sec. Okay, so I've got 2 mics overhead. I'm using the one that you just saw me speaking into a moment ago, is the Rode Pod mic. So if we go into this is all touchscreen too, which is very cool. So watch this. I hit the gear icon, and I go to channels. Okay. I hit 1, and I could also do the same thing here too, just by hitting the buttons at the top. You'll see they change colors as well too. So I'm on channel 1, microphone, because it's not necessarily made just for Rode microphones, but they figure if you're buying a Rode mixer, you're probably going to use a couple Rode mics with it. You can use anything that you want, but in this case, so it actually is defaulted to Rode Pod mic. So it kind of puts in, there's pluses and minuses with this thing. You don't have your treble, mids, and bass EQing like you would have on a full mixer, but they have presets built in for you that are geared for the particular microphone. So I've got Rode Pod mic. All right, so we're going to leave it right there on that one. I go back home, and I go back to the gear again. I go to, let me see here. Actually, no, that's not what I want to do. I'll go back again. Sorry. Channel 1. All right, now I want to go to level. So the really cool thing about this that I like, as you see, it says phantom power. If you're using a condenser microphone or and actually I shouldn't even have condenser on that one. Test 1 2. Yes, actually I have to have phantom power on that one. There's your gain control right there, like you normally have your trim knob up on the top of a normal mixer, and so I can control the gain up and down. If I go back again, I can go to channels 1. If we go to voice, so there's kind of presets built for your voice. So strength, you have a soft voice, medium voice, and a strong voice. I would say my voice kind of falls into the medium category, so I set it to medium. Let's go back again. And if we go to tone, actually that's where it was. Tone. There we go. Tone, we have deep, medium, and high. And here again too, I don't think I have a high voice tone. I don't think I'm a super low tone, so I put it right in the medium. So that's kind of a nice preset there as well too. And then we go into effects, which is really, really cool. Let's check that one out. It's channels 1. All right, and let's go to advanced. So this is really, really cool. Check out the settings on this. You probably can't see them all on the screen, but up at the top left, I've got compressor, which is very cool. I can put that on. And actually, one of the biggest things I love about this mixer is built-in noise gate. So let's turn them all off for a sec. So listen to that hiss right now. That's actual room noise you're hearing right now. It's considerable. Watch when I put noise gate on. So when I speak, it opens up the microphone when I stop speaking. Pretty good, isn't it? I really need that on my other mixer. So that's one thing I love. I'll add the compressor. 1 2, check 1 2. Adds a little bit of raises the bottom, chops off the tops a little bit, and it keeps everything nice and compressed. The high pass filter, if I have a car running down the street, down the street, and I get a bit of a rumble, that'll take away the low frequencies at a certain shelf. There's a de-esser as well. I'll just take away some of the, that kind of sound when I'm speaking. Ducking is only a feature that if I was speaking and I had someone else speaking, when the other person was to start talking, it would lower my microphone back. The oral exciter, that sounds like a funny word. I don't like that one too much. It puts a little bit too much shrill on there, so I'll take that one off. But I do like the big bottom. Watch this. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Just adds a nice little kind of a resonance. If you're familiar with resonance on guitar, test 1 2 1 2. Just adds a little bit of bottom end to it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. So and let's try another microphone just for argument's sake. I've got the NT1 in channel 2. So let's mute this one for a second. Test 1, 2. Oh, this one's so much more robust. Let's change cameras just for a second here. So now I'm using the NT1, which is a condenser microphone. Very, very dynamic. What's our levels look like here? I mean, it's not dynamic, it's a condenser, but I mean, the dynamics are there. Very, very nice microphone. I like this a lot. Let's try something else here. I'm gonna go, actually, you know what? I'll stay on this one for a few minutes. I like this mic. Sounds great. People are saying that chat. Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, now here's what's really cool as well too. Let's go back here. I'm going to show what it's like to pair a device to this. Okay, so I'm going to hit the Bluetooth icon here. And I get my iPad. I've also got soundboards on my iPad. I've got this app on my iPad, right? So this is pretty cool. Watch this. Hopefully this will pair nice. They play nice together. Okay. Now, okay, there we go. Do I want to pair it? Let's switch cameras so you can see this. Okay, so I hit the Bluetooth icon. Do I want to pair a device, whatever kind of thing? Yes, I say yes. Now on my iPad, I'm going to try to find it. Okay, and it's showing on here what devices I want to pair it to, so I'm going to go to RodeCaster Pro. Okay, and it says unsuccessful, so let's figure that out. Bluetooth can be 100% successful sometimes, and other times it's troublesome. Okay, try that again. Just bear with me here. I did have it working earlier, so let's try this. I'll forget this device. I'm going to show you what's cool about it here in a second. It figures too, when you go to do Bluetooth, when you try to do a live stream, obviously it's not going to work. But that's okay. We'll get it in a second. All right, we'll come back to it in a second. I'll pair that up in a second. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'll play with one of the sound pads. We'll play a little bit of a demo with it. So let's go back over here for a sec. Well, actually, we'll stay here. Let's see what I got for sounds here. Okay, I'll try jamming with this one here, just see what it sounds like. Not sure why that is not pairing. I'm going to try to figure that out. Let's try that again. All right. Would you like to pair a smartphone or device? No. All right. And we're going to see if I can get this iPad to connect again, because I had it working like a charm earlier, but that's Bluetooth. Whenever you want it to work, it does, and whenever you don't, or vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Okay. 1 second here. Bluetooth again. Would you like to pair a device? Yes. Okay, there we go. RodeCaster Pro. Is it going? All right, now we got it. It's actually now it's paired. So if I take my iPad, and you know, I could play any sounds I want off the iPad, but I've got one of those little soundboard apps, like these guys, right? So this now controls, do I have it on the aux? So this now is the Bluetooth channel pairing everything with my iPad. So if I play a sound effect on this one, or, you know, something like, that's actually a goat screaming. Bruh. That's all kinds of great stuff in here, right? Where's this kaboom one? Kaboom. So it's all paired with this, which is very, very cool. I love that feature. And of course, now, you know, if you wanted to do podcasting, right? I've got all my little presets I put in here. Like I was showing you earlier, I could roll my volume back from my sound pads, hit this one. Let's try another one of mine.
Blow it out your ass.
The recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to the server.
Yeah, so it works. I'm obviously having a little bit of fun with the sound effects built into my iPad, but I'm just trying to show you what it's like to actually pair the device up with the mixer. I mean, I could be playing tunes off my iPad. I could be playing YouTube videos. I could be doing just about anything. What else do I got? I got some PewDiePie in here, right? PewDiePie! I love it. I really do. Let's see if I have any other songs in here that I can actually play to. Let me see. What do I got? No, we don't have that one. Oh, here we go. Try this. There we go. Obviously, I'm being really, really silly with the sound effects. But let's change back to the screens. I'll show you. So on these sound pads, if I go back into the options here, all right, and I go to sounds, so they're seeing colors on here, right? There's 8 pads, and they actually tell you what they're called. Now, I can actually go to one particular one right now. Oh, sorry. If I touch one, I can actually record something directly to them right there, or with a native app that comes with it, I can, on my computer, I can drag MP3 files or WAV files directly from my computer right to one of these pads, and I can even change the color and everything, which is very, very cool. And as I play them, you can see like the mixer, the volume level here too as well. Okay, so that's that channel right there. Very, very cool feature. So people could use that like for intros and outros in your podcasts. You could use it for, you know, like a sound effects like I was using on my iPad, you know, whatever you want to do. Really, really cool stuff with it. Now I'm only using one channel, actually technically 2 channels tonight. One is for the first microphone that you saw me using, the one I'm speaking into now. And then over here where the phone is, I'm running the HX Stomp. Let's turn that off for a second. Let's go back here for a sec. I'm going to try a clean preset on HX Stomp here for a sec, see what we can get here. One sec here. There we go. That sounds pretty nice. sure all my delays are. Let's find out. Let's go back in here again. Oh, she's off. That's why. There we go. Let's kill the microphone. I kind of like that. It's kind of nice. Like it. So I'm using the Stomp here, very small footprint on the desktop. Get rid of the delay. Nice. I love the Stomp. fun stuff. So really, I was just trying to hook up the Stomp tonight, make sure I could get everything actually hooked into this little mixer. And I'm really, really, really enjoying it. Let's go over and say hi to a whole bunch of people in the chat, and then I'm going to probably wrap up. I just wanted to see, I want to put this in a real world example and try to see how it would work. Let's have a look here. And because I'm using a condenser microphone right now too, this thing is picking up every little snap, crackle, and pop. I think what I'll do is I'll switch back to my dynamic. 1 sec. 1 2 1 2. That's a little bit better. Okay, that's good. And thank God for the noise gate too. All right, say hi, and then we're going to take off. 10 o'clock. Quentin James is here. He was first one in the chat. FNF Gamers is here. My beautiful Nocturnal Butterfly. Lars Guitar is here. Blimpus is here. Gary Holt, hey buddy. Blimpus, did I say him? Will Dunham. Let me see. Brian Cote. Pardon for the sniffles. I think I have a bit of a cold coming on too. Todd Graff is here. Let me see. Randy Tritt. Thank you for stopping in, Randy. And let me see here. Fred Siegel is here. Todd Graff. Quentin James said that. Chad Boston is here. How you doing, buddy? The American is here. Janice Lala is here. Let me see here. This was a fun test. This was more of just a production test tonight to see how this would work on the road, if I was using it on the road, no pun intended. And Guitar Hack is here. Great stream earlier there, buddy. I caught 90% of it. That was really awesome. Nocturnal Butterfly told me earlier too, to just as a bit of a reminder, tomorrow is our last day for submissions for our contest in the Guitar Showcase 2019 Guitar Showcase showdown kind of deal. What it is basically you're submitting a photo of you and your guitar, whether you're playing your guitar, holding your guitar, whatever it is, and it's going to be really, really simple. There's no subscriptions needed. There's no likes for us or no social media growth for us, whatever. There's nothing in it for us. It's all about you guys. And I wish I could see if I can move this microphone stand, but you can't see it. I have a guitar back there that's going to be a prize. It's one of those Diodac Ghost guitars, those light up guitars. Unfortunately, you can't see that's turned off right now. So send in a picture of you holding your guitar, and we have to have them by tomorrow. We've got a bunch of submissions, so they're all going up tomorrow. We're going to make a photo gallery on the Facebook page for EVH and Gear TV. And once they're up, you and your family and friends will be voting on them, but just basically by liking. So the photo at the end of the month that has the most likes on it will win one of, I think it's between 3, 4, 5, 6 different choices of a Diodac Ghost guitar. They're an LED light. Actually, I'm going to see if I can grab it real quick. Let me mute this, and I'll show you one. Okay, it's worth seeing. Give me 1 quick second. All right, I guess I don't need a guitar pick anymore, so I can put that down. Okay, so first of all, how you enter is you send an email to showcase@evhgeartv.com. Showcase@evhgeartv.com to send us a picture, and we'll put it up there. So this is one of mine. This was made for me, my custom Wolfgang Diodac Ghost guitar. So you can see right through it, right? So I have it hooked up to a USB power source right now. You can plug it into your computer, whatever you want. Watch this. Turn it on. Okay. Now, it's blinking right now, but I can put it in different colors. It will come with a remote. Okay. Typical LED remote. Okay. Do I know what I'm doing or do I know what I'm doing? There we go. So there's green. And the colors aren't going to come across on the screen proper, but let's try some red. Okay, that kind of deal. Yellow. Kind of a teal, whatever. And you can make them fade and all that kind of stuff too. Not sure what the remote sensor is. Try it this way. Try red again. Let's actually try, let's try to do a fade. So there, look at that. Look, it's pulsing slow. Try to hold it back and get an idea of it better. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So there's going to be about, I don't even know exactly how many to choose from. Now, Roger at Diodac Ghost Guitars, he makes several models like for Steve Morris and Steve Vai, Thomas Nordig, Yngwie Malmsteen, and all that kind of stuff. Now, we won't be able to choose from those ones because those are licensed, and I'm sure there's legalities and things like that. but he is going to give us several options to choose from for one winner. So whoever wins this contest at the end of the duration will get several of them they can pick from. So you'll have one guitar you can win. So I'm just going to turn that off. It's a very, very cool thing. And like I say, it can hook up to your computer. In my case, I just run it to one of these little rechargeable power banks. It looks pretty good at the back in the dark room there sometimes. So don't forget to do that. So showcase at evhgeartv.com. Let's continue on. Blimpus, Shred Brother play Runaway. Yeah, I think I played that one earlier. And Gary Holt says, am I muted? No. Let me see here. And I'm just getting used to this microphone as well, too. I'm not 100% set up with it to my liking yet, so I got to tweak it a little bit more. But for a portable rig, I like it. A little bit smaller footprint than this big guy over here, right? Takes a little bit less. Surrounded by microphones here. Let me see here. Mark Dillon is here. Thank you for jumping in. Yargnad. No audio for you. Hopefully you got audio. Hopefully you're hearing it. Okay. Oh, he says, look, never mind. So you got it. Ron Limber is here. Let me see here. Who else? Rick Hefner. Todd. Rocket. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Quentin James. Yeah, lots of people in here. This is great. Well, I do appreciate you guys tuning in tonight just to check out that I was just basically going to do a test with the mixer, and this was a perfect way to do it. Do it live. I like to do things live as far as learning new gear because it puts a lot of pressure on me, I should say. Either it's successful or you fall flat on your face. And I think tonight was somewhere a happy medium in the middle there. It wasn't too bad. And Wally in the box is Eric using the new Pacer. Yes, that's my vintage Pacer Deluxe 2015 model. I love it to death. It's pretty much the most played guitar here in the studio at the moment. Let me see, Zach Thong is here as well too. Let me see, Dale Palmer. Sounds awesome, he says. Thank you. Let me see here. And that was a bad attempt at eruption. Wally says that's what I call eruption there. Sorry, that was too much gain on that one. I should have been playing something with less gain for sure. And Terry says the fastest 50-year-old hands on YouTube. Thank you. Fred Eagle, that guy has some chops. Thank you, appreciate that. Drop the D from the American. I'm gonna go backwards because I just scrolled too fast. Guitar Hack, Quentin James. Let me see here. Ron Limber says, Eric, I'm invisible. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you for sure. I'm not sure what you mean by invisible, but I got you for sure. Brad Miller, don't do Facebook either. Okay, no problem. Well, you could always have your friends still vote on it, though. You could always have your friends vote on the guitar, friends and family. Let me see here. Rick Hefner says, so I put some Epiphone Les Paul pickups in an Epi Special that was recently returned to me. They sound awesome. Brings me one step closer to the real thing. Nice, very nice. Todd's taken off. Take care, buddy. Let me see here. Dale Palmer. Alex Radford. Looks awesome. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for joining in as well. And hopefully Nocturnal may be live tomorrow. Again, we'll catch her stream hopefully in the morning. I'm not sure if she's going live or not, but it's always fun to listen to her streams while I'm working here at home. And a lot of you regulars are tuning into her as well, too, which is cool. Be sure to check it out. Always fun conversation. We even get Quentin and James in there sometimes. Pretty cool. All right. I think that's it. So I'm going to give you just another quick overview of the mixer, just over like a web overhead shot here. So 4-channel with XLR, USB, smart device, Bluetooth. It has mix minus built into it once you hook in a smart device like a phone, whatever. Anything Bluetooth capable for doing interviews or Skype and things like that as well. The mix minus feature prevents the guest from hearing themselves back through the loop. And this is going to be one of the things I will be using a lot now too. So on the show, I'm going to be doing a lot of phone calls in. If people want to call in and ask either myself a question or my guest a question, that'll be really, really nice because we're not going to get all that crosstalk and echo. It's going to be really, really cool. So we'll have several different ways people can call in, either by FaceTime audio, WhatsApp, Discord, probably Skype, a bunch of different ways. They'll be able to call us, and we'll publish those ways how people can reach out to us and ask questions. I'm not sure if we'll have it as early as this weekend, probably not, but we'll have it set up very, very soon. People can do that. Another thing, I'm really surprised I didn't mention this. See this big old flashing record button? Okay, boom. So I start recording. As you can see, if I want to put a marker, let's just say the guest said something really, really funny, or maybe even really, really bad. I hit it right there, hit a marker. So I added a marker so I can now watch back in my software when I'm done to see where that marker was. And with the new firmware that just come out for this mixer, it's now added full multi-track capability. So when I either export this to the computer or even right in here now, it's a full multi-track recording device. So as I'm speaking here, and if I want to bring in one of these tracks, you know, that will be mixed in the mix, and then multi-track, which is absolutely fantastic. What I'll be doing in a lot of cases too is with, when I'm recording people, if it's a phone or interview, that kind of thing, I'll be recording here. I'll also be recording in real time to Adobe Audition on my computer with a multi-track setup as well too. And there's nothing worse than doing an interview with someone. You're both on the same channel, and I tend to talk loud a lot of times, and I might like just blast over top of the guest. And it's so hard to get in there and edit those little spots in between. Now we're going to have 3, 4, 5 different tracks, whatever we're using. So even if it's just 2 tracks, I'll be on one track, the guest will be on another. It'll be so easy to either hit some spikes or bring the guest up or vice versa. So really, really cool. So that's recording as we speak right now. Turn it back off. And when it's in pulse mode, it's letting you know that it's ready to record, but it's actually not recording. There's a little micro SD on the back that you pop in there. You take it out and you're ready to go. So really, really cool mixer. I think they retail somewhere around the $600 mark US, but very, very versatile. And obviously it works very, very nice with Rode microphones. It will work with any microphone, but certainly nice with their own. And as you know, we're a big Rode family here as well too. We got some new stuff that just came in. We've got more boom arms. There's a microphone coming for Sandra Lee, so she'll have hers upstairs in her little podcast setup. She should have that anytime. So she's getting the NT USB, a really, really great microphone, and it'll be good for her too, just so she has better than the typical setup that we have right now for her. So looking forward to it. Let's jump back to the bottom of the chat, and we will hop off here in a second. Let me see here. Ron Limber bought a new Alvarez acoustic. Just needs a tune-up and a bath. Very, very cool. Alvarez make nice guitars. And Quentin James says, cool mixer. Thank you, buddy. Kind of a cool gadget, right? And BB Maid says, cool, decent price. Oh, $5.99 at Sweetwater. Yeah, Dave R's Guitars. Yeah, so a pretty affordable mixer. And it took me a long time to get this thing. I was waiting for it to last year come out in late 2018, but they were so popular that the stores just couldn't keep them in stock. So I had to kind of wait in line, even though our channel's sponsored with Rode here. We had to wait in line like everybody else. It was a really hot seller. Just couldn't keep them in stock. But I'm really liking it. I think it's going to be something I can take around with me from place to place. Even if you had to do a setup at someone's kitchen table, and use a couple desktop mic stands, and it's a perfect little portable podcasting solution for people at the same time. Another thing that's really, really cool too is the headphone amps. So if I go back 1 second, let me see. I'm going to show you something real quick. I have to put this guitar down so I don't break it. There's those condenser microphones. They pick up everything. So on my current mixer, over with my Presonus mixer, it's a larger mixer. I'm using a 4-channel headphone amplifier. And as you notice, AFX. AFX is a division of Rode. They're one of the sister companies, brother companies, whatever you call it. And this is called the HeadPod 4. It's a 4-channel headphone preamp with extreme, really nice preamp, really loud. It can drive even some of the best studio headphones. Well, what's cool is that is built in pretty much to this unit here. So let's go back over here. It's got 4 really, really high gain headphone channels. There's 4 on the back. There's 1 on the front. Each of the knobs are very, very solid. Solid chassis. There's nothing Mickey Mouse about it. And it's so loud that it actually comes default from the factory saying it comes almost like with a throttle on it to keep the volume back so you don't, do that kind of stuff. And it's really, really cool. But anyways, yeah, I did say I did say goodbye. So we're going to take off here. But yeah, lots of fun. Bear with me as I learn the unit a little bit more, and we'll come back and do some better produced demos. But we're going to have some fun with it for sure. So I'm going to let everybody fly and come and see us this Sunday over on the Helix Hour. Even if you're not a fan of the Helix product, if you don't know anything about it, come on over because I have a really, really cool guest. Vernon Reed from Living Color will be on the show, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be lots of fun. And just leave me a comment later on underneath the video once the video is done. Let me know how you like the sound, if it was okay, if any suggestions you think I could do to make it sound better. As again, I'm just learning the mixer and things like that as well too. So going to jump out and see everybody this weekend. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next time. Cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/RodeCaster patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I play Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.